Well, Stuart, late win today. That must have been some really good scenes for a big and vocal crowd today.
Yeah, big time. We said that to the lads before the game that we want to make sure that we finish at home with a win, and they've delivered. To be fair to them, it was a little bit. They have it, we have it in the first half, and we said to the we got in at half time, and said to the lads, you've got to understand, even though we want to be possession based, it's one ball. They're coming out their shape. One ball, flip it over the top, and you're in. They were leaving it free for free at the back, and I think they took the info on really well at half time, the lads, and we went and got the win. Look, we're not a management team that goes on about it, but we had 6 out today, and they're in good form. They're like mid-table form, which they're in, and it just goes to show that we've got a group of lads that we said before are really hungry, and they've shown today. We've gone and beaten Kings Lynn with 6 out, and there's a lot of teams within this division that moan that when they've got players out they can't win games of football, and that's why we'll never, as a management team, create that environment where you can have a blame culture, because it doesn't matter. It's 11v11 when we go out on the pitch, and someone gets an opportunity. When someone's out injured, someone gets an opportunity, and I think a lot of lads today, they stood up and were counted.
So you only had 2 senior players to choose from on the subs bench today, really, and one of them comes up and scores the winner as well. So
yeah,
it must have been good for Ira, because he's been in and out the side a lot this year.
Yeah, delighted for Ira. Great finish. He's one of them. He's got goals in him. He come on and he took his goal really well. I thought Josh took his goal really well because he had a lot of time to think about it. Got him 1-on-1, and it's a great finish. I think that's 16 league goals now for Josh. It's incredible. He's up there. He's in the mix with the top strikers within this division, and I think he's been like that for us this season. His goals have got us to where we are, as well as the lads with their performances. His goals, he's scored some very vital goals for us, and it's a credit to him. To come in this season, he come here knowing that it was a massive season for him, and he's come in hungry and he's delivered for us. He's been outstanding.
There was something actually you mentioned where we had Nick in here before, and he did sort of praise you and the management team for picking that out for everyone, saying that the ball's in behind down wide a lot in that second half, and it just seemed to click after that. I think George made a couple of good saves straight in the second half to keep it at 1-0, but we looked like only one winner once we got that goal, wasn't it?
Oh, definitely. I think that's what we said to the lads at half time, and we said it away at Yeovil as well. What the lads have got to start learning, they're a young group, so they're learning, and they are learning. They're doing really well. But what they've got to understand is when you get into the game, we'll set up and look to play a certain way. But when you actually get live and get in that game, that might change after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, dependent on what the opposition do. And we're saying to lads, you've got to start recognising on the pitch where your next pass is, and actually what we need to do. Do we need to flip it? Can we play? But they're only going to get better, and they're only going to learn. They're a young group, and I think they took the info. So it's not easy to come in at half time. It's easy sometimes for us tactically to see it from the side and then give them the information, but the credit's got to go to them because they've took it on board, and to do that in a 15-minute team talk, to go out in the second half and identify it. And like you said, once we got the goal, there was only going to be one winner.
I think that probably gets forgotten about a lot of how young this group is. I think only one player over 25 in the side today, and we look at sort of senior players in this squad, and they're only 23, 24 years old, and yeah, it's been a good learning curve for all of them this year, hasn't it?
Oh, it's been brilliant, and it's what me and Matty believe in. Cam's come in now, and he's running the academy, and he's doing a great job recruiting. So you had Eli on the bench today again. We believe in young players, and it's our model as a football club. Look, you'd always want a few more senior lads to help the younger lads, and I think Alex Dyers and the Chemos and Cookies, they've been brilliant with the lads this year. They've helped them, they've been there, and they've really, when we've had our down moments, because we've had down moments, there's not been too many, but when you have your down moments with young lads, you've got to really pick them up quickly. You can't let them get in that rot of being too down, because then they won't come out and perform to the level. And I think that's the biggest thing this season, which we've done really well. We've never had too much of a down moment. Every time we've lost 1 or 2, then we bounce back with a draw and then a win. And I think we've been consistent all year. If you looked at our form all season, it hasn't changed from the first part of the season to the second part. I know a lot of fans said after the Woking game it changed and we got better, but if you look at the points we've probably picked up to after the Woking game to before, it hasn't. I think what's happened is our attacking performances have changed, because we've brought in the likes of Charles Claydon, who's an attack-minded winger with pace, and he gets you up the pitch quicker, so you don't have to get that extra 4 or 5 passes, and he's at you, he's direct. So I think the lads have been good all year. I don't think we've had that down time. I think we've had bad periods within games, bad 45 minutes, but it's never been a whole game. Even against Woking, we were bad for 45 minutes, and we were bullied all over the pitch, and we were awful in the first half. But in the second half, we had the first 2 chances of the second half. that, you know, if that goal goes in, it changes the game, and goals do change games. And it's one thing that we've got to be a bit better at. We've got to be more ruthless in front of goal. If you look again today, in the first half, they go in 1-0 up, but we've been in the better areas. We've been around their 18-yard box constantly. We've got to be more ruthless and a bit more creativity. And that's the lads expressing themselves, but they'll learn that. As you're a young lad, you start learning when you can go dribble, when you can cross it, you know, the position to be in, to get in the right position in the box, to get that little tap in. So it's things we're working with the lads, and look, we believe in the group.
And you say, I remember sitting down with you in pre-season and you said you wanted, well, not even when you got the job, you wanted to turn this place into a fortress. I think that's 8 wins, 7 draws out of the 22 home games we've had this season. You know, that's the sort of form that keeps you in the division, isn't it? 100%.
That's why we're stood here now, Chris. I'm talking to you about it, and we're in the league position we are, and we're comfortable. We've got 50 points, and it's an unbelievable tally to be able to get 50 points in this league, competing with some of the big boys that we've competed with. It's a great achievement for everyone. I think for the fans, we knew that they were going to play a massive part this season, like huge, and they've been outstanding, home and away. They've been incredible. I think sometimes we've been a little bit better away from home, loudness-wise, but I thought today the atmosphere was spot on. It's a proper fortress. No one wants to come here and play us.
And say you had 6 out. How are they looking for next week's game?
We'll know more in the week. We're kind of patching a few of them up at the minute. We just got to see how they recover. Look, there's no point risking them at this stage of the season, and it's kind of one eye on next season, that you don't want any players going into next pre-season with niggles and stuff like that, and then we've got to try and manage it and then get them back fit. We know that come next season, we need to start really on it. We need to fly. We need to make sure we're on the front foot from minute one, and that's going to take everyone in the squad fit. And we said it from the start of the season. I said it to you in an interview that the team that starts the season very rarely finishes the season. And you look at this season, everyone's had minutes, everyone's had opportunities and taken it. Some have taken it and stayed in the team. Some have been a little bit in and out of the team. But look, the squad's been needed from minute one in this league, and that's what it takes.
Is that the reason you want to keep the majority of this squad together for next year as well?
Yeah, I think they've got a really good mentality. You look at the mentality today. We could have gone in 1-0 down at half time, and we said this to the lads. You've got to show your real mentality now, that you know you come out and this matters. Even though we're safe and they're down, but it matters to win. Winning's a habit, and the more we can win games, the better habits we have around the place. And we want a winning mentality. We said to the lads in pre-season they've got to go unbeaten, and they did. They had that mentality to go unbeaten in pre-season. We played some league clubs and done really well. So we just need to make sure we take momentum into next year. We've got Aldershot away next Saturday, which is the last game of the season.
Sunday,
yeah. God, it's crazy, isn't it? On Sunday. I know we'll take a big following, the way our fans are, and we've just got to make sure we go there like we will and make a good account of ourselves on the last game of the season.
Perfect, mate. Cheers,
Chris.